And now that you have seen with the Seven of Swords in reverse, this card randomly pops out, the Seven of Swords in reverse. Now that you've seen, okay, so let's hold on. Let's go ahead and get started. First of all, it's 7 cards out here, I believe. I don't usually even get that many cards. Let's start there. But the first 2 cards that came out when I first started pulling the deck, because this was after I just started pulling. When I first started getting the energy, it was as if someone was trying to antagonize you and get you away from your calling and your purpose and your destiny. So, with that being said, when I first pulled out this deck, I didn't even want to use this deck. I simply, with the death card at the bottom of the deck, I didn't want to use this deck. But for some reason, as I was putting the cards back into the, hello, Scorpion Sun, how are you? Scorpio, how are you? But when I got into this deck, I was like, no, I'm going to take them back out because I started seeing some of the cards flip and they flipped out accidentally. So I picked them up and I seen what the cards. And what ended up occurring was, with the moon card in reverse, this was the first card to be seen. And then I picked behind it, and I knew it was the right card because the Ten of Cups in reverse came. And then I looked in the upright and seen the Page of Swords. So then I said, well, you know what? Let me take these cards. And I literally just pulled them all out and read them all. And then randomly, the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Swords pops out in reverse. And that is odd to me because I wasn't even talking about the energy 100% yet with the tarot. I was telling y'all how I was getting into the energy and what they were trying to do against you. And that's why the Seven of Cups came out, because it really randomly flipped out. It is, my love. You know, I'm here, blessed and highly favored. That's all I can say. But, you know, we're leading to motivation, and we're leading with motivation. We're leading to abundant life. Okay, so the first card that I got out here was the moon card in reverse, like I said. So somebody trying to block your intuition, somebody was trying to end you as a whole. Somebody could have been doing water magic or moon magic. I've been getting this energy recently. My torso was getting hot, so it could be like somebody trying to make on your work on your main chakras, which is the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus, and the sacral chakra. And somebody tried to make you, with all of these cards. Y'all see how all of these are different colors? Somebody tried to play with some of your chakras, but they couldn't get into your intuitive, which is your third eye, and your crown chakra, which is your messages from the divine spirit. So, or God, whoever you believe in. So it seems to me that with the Page of Swords, somebody tried to play with your intuition. Somebody tried to play with you and come back as if nothing ever happened and give you the news just in case you didn't hear or relay the message. And they tried to put it in your face as if they wanted you to understand that it was them who did it. With the Four of Wands, now you're back into stability. Now you're back balanced. And so now they're trying to come in to see if they can get back in tune with you, because you have all of the wealth. You have all of the abundance with the Queen of Pentacles. And you're not allowing certain things to trump over your triumph, is what I just heard. And you have shown your strength, and you have shown your resilience, and the fact that people were trying to do stuff to you to keep you out of your energy, and you still trumped over what they were trying to trump over what you were doing. And you couldn't even let these people see you sweat. You couldn't let these people see you cry. You couldn't let these people see you feel heartbreak or some sort of pain and job loss or death in the family. You know, you couldn't let people see you be weak because of the simple fact with the King of Cups, people try and use that against you. We have gotten so numb to emotions that we think that it's not a good idea to have communities anymore, or a community. And now we're realizing that with the Three of Swords, pain is going to come from everywhere, but God is in everything. So don't sit here and try and get confused with what is happening when God controls everything. Everything is happening in a divine process. And because you have gotten to the foundation, you found that out for yourself. You found out the understanding for yourself. You didn't allow things to be dictated by man within your life. You let God dictate you. You let God help you understand. And I was just watching, with the Two of Swords popping out in reverse, I was just watching the Real Housewives of Potomac, actually, the Real Housewives of Potomac, when Karen was about to go to jail, And she was saying that she was fighting for her life in this situation to some degree, because she couldn't eat, she couldn't really sleep with the high priestess, because she knew what was about to happen to her. She knew she did something that was perceived as wrong, or something that was considered wrong, and she was getting in trouble. And that's the energy that this person is kind of in. You were feeling the anxiety for this person, see, because you were around them and you're an empath. So you ended up transmuting the energy that they were trying to send to you, and God sent it back to them. And now with the King of Swords, this person is trying to logically think of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, and Cancer energy, and Leo energy heavy. This person, you had to transmute this person energy so that you can get to a point of realizing that it wasn't your energy. With the World card, you have to come to a completion and a resolution with this energy to not allow all of the things to try and keep you down and out. With the Two of Cups in reverse, because you had to realize that it wasn't just about a relationship, it was about a unison. It was about being in union, and being in unison is what I meant. You realize that the things that was being perpetuated and the things that was being the things that was around you was very circumstantial, and you couldn't allow, with the Five of Cups in reverse, these things to hold you down and hold you back. You had short days or shortcomings, and you looked at them and you realized that with the King of Wands, it's only certain things that you can control, but what you can't control is self. And so you got out of the energy of thinking that everything is everybody else's fault, and started taking accountability for certain, and realize that you left this person, and this person is now trying to build something with you, and you don't want that anymore. And you're moving on, and you realize that, and you've seen that. And because you're realizing that, this person is having a tower moment. This person is now realizing what they lost. This person is now finding some sort of coming to Jesus moment, that they'll never find another like you. With the Ten of Swords. And so with the King of Wands and the Death card in the rebirth, you had to go through the same understanding in a different situation, in a different circumstance, because you are the higher vibrational energy, or the divine feminine, which is, I think, yin. But you have balanced out your yang, if either one, whichever one is which. But it's interchangeable to me, because I know the divine feminine, I know the divine masculine energy. So you balance out your divine masculine energy, and it's heightened your intuitive side, which is your divine feminine energy. And so now you feel motivated and able to go after the things that you believe in. And if you haven't gotten there, you're going to get there once you get past this person's energy still lingering around you. What else is going on? With the Four of Swords, somebody was trying to keep you trapped and bound. Somebody keep you trapped and bound and stuck. Four of Swords. And they were trying to keep you depressed and rested. And the Eight of Swords and bound. Those are some of the two worst swords cards to get, besides the Ten of Swords. Especially when it's in dealing with another person. This person, and the Ten of Swords is out here. First, hold on. Hold on. Why is the Tower card out here? Right there after the Ten of Swords. Then after that, the Four of Swords. And then back to the Eight of Swords. Those are literally probably, besides the Devil card and to some degree the Death card, one of the worst cards to even try to come out when it comes to just reading energy in general. So the fact that all of this energy is being put back down on the field, and laying back down laying down the plane, and laying down, because I'm hearing grasslands. I'm hearing some sort of I'm hearing grasslands is what I'm hearing. It's like where it's plain level field, like plain field with the chariot, and somebody's coming in to give you your inheritance. And now because of that, you have people coming in and out of the roof trying to take and trying to be, well, remember when I did this for you? Remember when I did that for you? And you done been like, you on your energy in your own bag with the Six of Pentacles, feeding who fed you. Not trying to reminisce about the things that they gave you 20 cents for something that you was already going to pay for and you ain't even needed. Giving you something that you didn't need is what I just heard. with the King of Pentacles, because you was already in that energy. You was already to that wealth and abundance because you had the Lord. The Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. I just was saying that scripture earlier this morning. What else is going on? With the Sun card, you found happiness through this. You found happiness through the Lord, our God, who was trying to get into a situation with you. I keep getting different energies. Okay, it's a lot of energy in here. It's as if he was trying to get into your happiness and you found happiness through the Lord. And just like you said, everybody's path is different. So by them trying to take your specific energy while you were getting into the understanding of the dear Heavenly Father, they got into, with the Hangman in reverse, my love, hey Taylor, they got into an energy of being bound to something instead of you being down. It's my baby cakes. You ended up with the Hangman in reverse, realizing that you had to change and transmute while this person is going to be stuck and bound in the same energy that they were trying to keep you in. I keep getting this energy. With the World card. The Wheel of Fortune card. You had, the Wheel of Fortune card with the Queen of Wands and the World card. So you have changed your destiny and you're going to a different path. You have changed your destiny and you're going to a different path because you sought out God himself. You didn't look for man. You studied everything that was around you was too materialistic. You needed something beyond the touch and the feel. You needed the belief. You needed the understanding. And I think with the Queen of Wands, you started building your family in your forefront and became balanced. You started building yourself up and your self-worth and the people around you that you cared about, but you started building that relationship with God back. And you started to heal and balance yourself up. Balance yourself up, or balance yourself and level up, is what I meant to say. Wow. What's going on with the Seven of Wands? And now you can sit on your throne. This ain't even about you defending yourself, because look, she's not even defending herself. She meditating in a bubble. She already protected by the dear Heavenly Father's sight alone. Don't forget his protection now. But forget about the protection. This alone is creating some sort of boundary that not one stick almost touch it. It almost popped the daggone bubble, but it ain't popping. And she meditating. With the daggone Six of Swords in reverse. This person or this energy, it's like they can't get to your island, is what I just heard. They can't get to your island. They can't get to where you and God going because the path is different for each person. Let me pull this card. I'm going to pull it in a different way like I've been doing. With the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, I don't know why I've been messing up recently. It's as if like somebody wants you to intentionally make you look stupid and it's not working out in their favor because of the simple fact that with the Ace of Wands with the Two of Wands, I can't make this up. I love you too, my love. Thank you. Literally, it's as if somebody was trying to play with you by trying to make it like you couldn't get to a point of evolving to the things that you want and the resources and the manifestations that you want to acquire. And they were thinking that by leaving you out in the dust, it was going to cause a ripple effect for you to fall. And in there did the opposite, and it happened to them. And so then when you came into the manifestations and the belief and going to progression, because the Ace of Wands was the first card to clarify the Six of Swords. So you got into the energy of elevating and seeking out the faith and seeking out the Lord to get you to an understanding to know where right is right and wrong is wrong in your life. And you started to acquire your manifestation. 1 could be significant, 2 could be significant, 3 could be significant. You ended up getting into the energy of leading forth the pack and breaking through the barriers and the blockages with the Death card and the Rebirth. With the Emperor card, and balanced out your divine masculine energy. You balanced out your divine masculine energy and seen and sought after what it is that was made for you, and now you have the motivation and the chemical. What is that? What is that word? It's not chemical. It's you have found the creator. That's what it is. You have found the creator and you have not let go once you have found the energy that was made specifically for you. With the you have not let go of his energy. You have not let go of the bound, but not bound because this person was bound to you. But God is who you wanted to be with. So you had to get back into the energy of balancing your boundaries and balancing out who can be in your energy, who can be around you. And with the 8 of Wands, you had to let people not just be able to think that you were a free-for-all or a easy catch. With the Temperance card, and that's what balanced you out. That's what balanced you out with the Star card as well. The Temperance with the Star card. The Temperance with the Star card, you got into the energy with the Queen of Wands and the daggone 6 of Cups. You see through the problems and you saw a solution and got to a resolution is what I just heard. And you weren't even thinking of it as a way of, with the 6 of Cups popping back out, you weren't thinking of it as a way of making things try to right. With the Lovers card, you weren't thinking, and the Judgment card, you weren't thinking about how another person would feel about it with the 9 of Cups. And the daggone Judgment card, you were thinking about how it would improve your light body. You were thinking about how it would create your manifestations. You were thinking about how it was going to better yourself and get you out of the rut that you were in. And instead, people are now trying to come back with the Ace of Wands to offer you something. I don't think so. I don't think so, especially with the 6 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. That equals 7. So 7 of Cups is illusions. This person was trying to bring you some sort of illusion, and you were already seen because God had called judgment on the situation because you ended up leaving this person and balancing your masculine and your feminine energy out, and you went to the dear Heavenly Father and seeing through all of the illusions and seeing through all of the things without even knowing that's what was happening until after you realized. What else is going on? With the 3 of Wands, I would say the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, you started to go on your own adventure with the Lord. And the 3 could be significant because it's, look, and it's 3 different levels. You went to 3 different levels, is what I just heard. 3 different dimensions. You could be learning about lucid dreaming or astral projecting in some way, shape, or form, or learning about the different types of remedies of what it takes to properly go to sleep, is what I just heard as well. With the Page of Pentacles, and you're investing into your wealth, you're investing into yourself and not letting people breadcrumb you. With the Page of Pentacles, this energy is so potent. I knew this energy was going to be very strong with the Hermit card, because you are now focusing on self and going on your own spiritual journey to find the Lord for yourself, finding yourself while doing it. And you're not even realizing that the person that you were 2 years ago would have never even thought of doing some of the stuff that you're doing today. And it's maybe even if you did think about it a couple years ago, you doing it is what's making the difference, because you're putting forth the effort. You're putting forth the difference. Hello. Let's see what's going on. With the 3 of daggone Pentacles, you ended up not allowing people to try and be like you were. And this is the energy that I got. That's probably why I even went through that situation, where somebody thought that they were going to sun you. Like somebody thought that they were going to keep you out of your energy to make it like you weren't at a point of, with the 10 of Pentacles, getting back onto your feet or getting back to a place of level ground. With the 9 of Pentacles, because you had everything that you needed to acquire betterment in your life. You had everything that you needed to create some sort of elevation, but you just had the right time to pick it, and somebody tried to come in and take your stuff while you wasn't even interested in this situation, and this person was uninterested with the 9 of daggone Pentacles, and you see the daggone bird trying to take her daggone thing. Her pinnacle. It was her pinnacle. And she gonna try and take it because she's chaotic or because he's chaotic. Ooh, this energy is very interesting, because I didn't even know this was gonna come out. And you can tell it's a feminine energy because there's nothing but women that came out of here until it was chaos energy, and it was a man, like very harsh, very chaotic energy. But it's more like douche. like douche energy, like a jock. Like in high school, a jock, that's what it gives me. It's like, I gotta be cool. I gotta act like this so I can get this and this and this and this and that. And the bag is running from them. They run into the bag, and every time they get closer, they get a little faster. Like in GTA, when you about to go and get to the car, and it start getting a little faster because the little line that it's drawn on ain't all the way together yet, and it didn't know you was gonna get up that much speed. Let's see what else. The Five of Swords. With the Five of Swords, this person thought that in their right mind that you were going to be in a conundrum, because they were going to be living free and they were going to be living happy. They were going to be seeing the things and going to the places and doing all the things. I don't think so. I don't think so. With the Knight of Wands, you are into your own rhythm, into your own drum. I said this in my last reading a little bit, but this energy got back to me a little bit later, because it seemed like this person was still trying to play in your energy. This person was still trying to lie to you and say that they wanted a relationship, but all they wanted to do was siphon your energy. And that's not what we're doing over here at the Peace Asiyryñ podcast here. Okay? That's not what we're doing. Not the divine messages. Not over here. Okay. Well, while we're already at it, welcome all to the Peace Asiyryñ's page. I am your host, Peace Asiyryñ. If you are new here, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Put that bell notification so you get notified when I post. This YouTube is about spirituality, reality, comedy, and holistic healing. Shout out to all my Ghostbustasfam, my A1 Day Ones. Shout out to all my Patsies. That stands for Predictions, Astrology, Tarot, and Social Culture. And shout out to the observers that just come in and go and do whatever they do. Shout out to y'all. But we're going to go ahead and get started, because I already felt the energy of it being messy. So we're going to go ahead and get into the things of the things, because of the simple fact that I haven't done a really messy reading in a minute. Why is the Strength card in this deck? That's the first card I've seen, y'all. That is the first card I've seen. I cannot make this up. Mind you, y'all, this ain't even a tarot deck. With the soul contract. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lord, excuse my language, Lord. I repent. I'm going to go ahead and repent, because Lord is about to get messy. You already know how I get down. Divine Counsel, what is going on? With the Queen of Swords. When did the Queen of Swords get out here? What is going on for the Divine Collective? We got the Strength card with the Queen of Swords. Mind you, in the first spread, the Strength card was the last card before the Seven of Swords in reverse came out. With the daggone Queen of Swords and the Strength card popping out randomly, I did not see that card, because I would have showed y'all. Y'all don't remember me showing that card. Hi, baby girl. How are you, my love? Baby girl. Okay, let's see what's going on. With the past life? I told y'all that was the first card that I seen the last time I done split the deck. This was the last time. This is the first time that I used this deck since the last time I pulled these cards 2 weeks ago. I don't even pull this deck like that. What is going on for the Divine Collective? What is going on for the Divine Collective? Divine Counsel. What is going on for the Divine Collective? With me versus me. You on your one. You're doing your big one, y'all. You're doing your big one. You're looking at the man in the mirror, looking at the self-reflection, face for face value. And you're looking deeper as you look at yourself for a deeper, and that's why I got deeper waters yesterday, because you got into the energy of going beyond just surface level, and you did not allow certain things to just keep you bound to who you thought that you were, because beauty is always going to fade, but what's on the inside is what's going to forever. So you have to heal from the inside to work out on the outside. You don't know how to do certain things until you start putting your mind to the things that you want to do. And that's what you're doing. With the past life, you could be having past life regression. I know I just recently had some. I don't know if that's a conscious thing that everybody is going through. But I just had a past life regression naturally with the Photoshop. And you seen what it is. Oh, and that's the energy that is given. The music ain't the same. The food ain't the same. Gas prices ain't the same. Water bills ain't the same. Electric bills ain't the same. Nothing is what it is, because everything has increased. Literally. Taking the trash out costs. So the fact that it is so hard to live a life like how you see how they are happy and they are happy, and to live a life like this where you have to live in the image, you had to get out of that. You had to focus on self, because you were in the energy of finding out about the things with the inner child that was supposed to heal your wounds. I'm not going to get many of these cards. You are trying to get out of the situations that were trying to keep you bound to being stuck, bound and being stuck to a certain situation, because you allowed certain people in your energy and they love bombed you, and you showed them true love, and they didn't understand what that meant. They thought that it was just a game, and they could be toxic and they could play with you. They thought that they could play games with you. Excuse me. They thought that they could play games with you and keep you out of your own energy. But it's literally a status upgrade. It's literally a status upgrade that you're going through. You have evolved past this person who was trying to get likes and views and clicks and stuff off of your name, and get clout off of you by energy, by talking about word of mouth. And what are they now? Triggered. They are triggered because they can't get out of the energy that you have put them in, but now they miss it. They reminisce about the energy that y'all had, and it's the good times. But little do they know that those good times come right after with bad times, because of the stuff that they did to you. That will go down as one of the reasons why you let this person go, and what led you to understanding self more. So you can give them a round of applause for that. Because you know what, ain't no shame in my game. I'm gonna be truthful. That's the first step in healing. That's literally the first step in healing, to understand why am I going through what I'm going through. And the first 3 steps is to say, well, this person did me wrong, but why did I let this person in my life? Why did I create this falsity, that thinking that this person was going to be the one for me? And I've seen the red flags. I've seen the red flags. This person had a sneak on the love, or this person, you thought that this sneaky link material was going to turn into a husband or a housewife. You thought that this hoe, or this fuck boy, excuse me, Lord, was going to turn into a hoe or a housewife, and it didn't happen. This turned in from a housewife because they were a hoe. I don't know how else to explain that. They thought that they was a housewife, but they were a hoe. They thought that they was a husband, but they was a fuckboy. They thought that they was that one, and they're Mr. Bob and Miss Thing. That's literally what it is. With the spilled tea, I can't make this up. With the spilled tea, they thought that they were that one, and it's not giving that. It's not giving that. So you moved on. You seen past this energy. You seen past the trials and the tribulations, and you went through and recharged the energy. You went through and you saw that you needed the Lord's juice. You needed the Jesus juice, is what it's called. You need Jesus juice, and you went into your word, into your understanding, and you didn't allow the things to try and hinder you, because this person thought that it was going to be a karmic, a karmic soul track and a soul track. Y'all, this is what I just heard. This is why I be stuttering. You were on the track of creating a soul tie with this person, and you got out just at the nick of time because you honed in on your solar plexus, and you had to go to God because of the simple fact that somebody was restricting you. Because right now I'm restricting my energy to breathe, and it's really hard for me to breathe because this person was lowering your charge, lowering your spark, your energy, and you had to get out of this soul contract and this soul binding that you were in. And you ended up literally with the secret admirer finding out that God was watching you all along. God was the one that was caring you for you and sending you the flowers and sending you the little love letters in the spiritual realm, and showing you that everything that he was doing was not just going in vain. Because if you took heed on the signs and synchronicities of the evil that this person was sending, which were the red flags that this person was sending, God was sending you good things and good nudges. So which one were you going to take the most of? Because once you get onto the good side and how easier it is, and see how much more lighthearted it is over there. You see how easy it is to go over there and understand his word and his understanding for yourself with the toxic love. Or you can go back over to the situation that was trying to bring you down and bound and restricted. But guess what you did? You trusted the signs and followed your flow. Followed God rhythm and trusted in the flow. You couldn't mark it exactly because God moves in peculiar ways. But you had to understand that he was still giving you the dots on the map to go where to go to. And you couldn't let the things be with the past because God was in your future. With the speak up, so you had to speak up and let the situation go. You had to speak up and speak on the situation. You had to speak up and let God do the talking for you, actually. Because when you got into that, the bag was secure. When you got into the energy, you was tired of speaking. When you got into the energy, God had to end up speaking for you because you was not talking no more. You was not, because if you really think about it, Homo sapiens are the only people that really learned language. Other Homo erectus and all them other generations of the human species, were not really talkative. They didn't really talk. They weren't talkers. So the fact that you got into leaving this person in the dust, leaving this person in the past, and getting back into the bag while this person was being chased, has been chasing the bag, and the bag has been running from them, like Tom and Jerry, so that they can get to a point of getting to everything that they wanted to get to. You thought that was gonna work? Nope. Consequences, karmic cycle. They're stuck and stagnant now, and now they're trying to put their energy back off you because they think that it's gonna work again. Nope. You done bounced back. What? You bouncing back. What? You doing better, and you're not allowing this energy to come in with the deep fake to try and do a little sneak move like we in football some goddamn where. Excuse my language, word. And so with the deep fake and the bounce back, you had to show this person like, oop, I'm here today, going tomorrow. Like, I'm not about to sit here and waste my time on somebody that is two-faced and trying to be a narcissist at the same time. That's not the energy that is giving me. So what did you do? You took heed on these red flags and left the situation behind. You took these red flags and left the situation behind, and now you're on a glow up. Now you're on a level up. That's all it is. And self-care day, that's what it is. That's literally what it is. You started getting into your word. Maybe you have a Bible app on your phone. Maybe you are meditating more. Maybe you are in the energy of manifesting the things that you are manifesting. But what it is that you are getting back into your grind. You're getting back into your hustle mode because you're not allowing the things to try and rescind is finally the word. It's rescind. RECINDE, I think. Rescind. Or rekindle. It could be rescind or rekindle. But somebody was trying, or RESIN? No. That's not rescind, I don't think. I might be a little dyslexic, so hey, who am I? But literally, you're getting to a point of elevating. You're getting to a point of leveling up, and now that you, for some, have already gotten to your hustle and your mojo with brand new, you have now gotten into a whole new energy and a whole new realm that you didn't think that you were going to get into, while this person is still trying to live a lie, and they still tapping into your energy. What is this about? With the friends, oh, they upset because they friends on. They upset with their friends because their friends gone is what I just heard. They upset because their friends on because their friends gone is what I just heard. And now you in your safe space, they ain't got nobody to run to, so they thought they could come back to you. Child. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on, child. Okay. Let's see what they want to use. Let's use this deck. I'll use this deck in a minute. Hopefully this brings us about like financial stability and stuff. That's what we on. We on to get into the money, get into the big, and understanding that the Lord is going to always provide that for us. But we don't got to get to it because it's already here. But it's like, if you don't put work in, the faith ain't going to help. Because the faith is just going to lead you to the area. If you don't work that effort if you can't make a dog learn new tricks unless they go out and get the leash. If they don't go to that little leash hanger thingamabobby, leash hook, or have one by the little somewhere where it's like on a table or something, they don't want to go. They're not gonna go. Usually they'll wake you up. Usually I've had dogs. Usually when you wake them up, they'll wake you up like just like cats, but it's a little bit different because some cats sleep in just like dogs. But the dogs that I've had used to wake me up to take them out. Because I ain't want to smell no piss. I ain't want to smell no shit. And I damn sure didn't want that person to keep, that dog to keep bothering me. So what's going on for the Divine Collective? So what's going on? What's going on? Give me the messages for today. General messages for today that the Divine Collective needs to know. Yeah, you're about to go on you're on vacation right now. You're about to go on a vacation. You're about to go on a vacation with credit repair because you're building yourself back up. You're building yourself up. You're relaxing. You're negotiating. You're getting into business calls. You're having business meetings. You're leveling up. You probably are an entrepreneur. You're building your business up. You're probably a manager or a leader in some sort of field. You're building yourself up so that you can get to a point of going beyond just this energy of I need somebody. What the nigga the weekend said? Fuck it, I'm what a bitch need. Ain't that what he said? With the multitasking. You multitasking about something. You're figuring out something and because you thought that you were going to be, maybe you thought that you were going to be less fortunate this month or something like that. And you came up with a creative spark or a creative way to get that money. Let's see what's going on. With the insurance in reverse, maybe you had some sort of money that you had stashed up from an old like trust fund or something like that with micromanage and receipts. Yeah, you had to go through your receipts, or you could have got your what is that? Yeah, your insurance policy back for some. But whatever happened, you micromanaged your money in some way, shape, or form so that you can get back and bounce back from the financial hardship that you were going through because people were trying to compete with you. People were trying to show you that they had more than you and they were better than you and they were living life luxuriously. And in reality, they were living a lie. They were selling a dream. They were living in a fantasy. In the words of MC, like they were living on a roller coaster. Pretty much. That's what that means. Hi, Stacy. Thank you so much. Love you, my bruh. Love all my people. With the training, yeah, you have gotten into the energy of getting back to with clarifying competition. It's as if you have the ability to now not only train yourself, but train others in the position that you're in with the follow-up. Now you have your own business venture. Now you're going off and filling out the information that you need to fill out so that you can get to a better place in time. Let's see what's going on. Weekend sale. And then it says men, women. So you are gathering up the troops. You are gathering up the people. You are gathering up your people. You're gathering up the realization and telling them what's going on because you know that community is a benefit. You know that bringing people together is a place of wholeness and oneness and understanding. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been bringing the communities together because it's a lot that has been happening behind the scenes with huge decision. And people have been trying to play and plot to get in to come against you. But guess what? You've been putting in that overtime. Hold on. What have I been saying in these card readings? You have been putting in that overtime with the Lord, and they've been putting in that overtime with trying to get you to crumble. And it didn't work because now some people are in debt that have been trying to go against you. Some people creative spark is gone. Some people can't even negotiate in certain business ventures anymore with the spending because their finances don't hold any weight in trying to, or their name or their finances don't hold any weight in trying to build some sort of backing to say that you can control something. With the internship, they're back on the low level. They're back on the level of going downhill is what I just heard. With the entrepreneurship, and you're leveling up. Yeah, my right ear just started ringing, and it also just started burning. With the unexpected income, now you're leveling up. You're leveling up to a point that people can't get to you. You're leveling up to a point that people can't get to you anymore because of the simple fact that you have evolved beyond this energy of keeping up with people that don't care about you. You're in the right direction too. You're moving and headed into the right direction because the people that thought that they were going to be able to come against you are now trying to shop for other ways to be like you, is what I just heard. And now you're working from home, and you're working, some people could be working from home, or you could be a work-at-home mom or stay-at-home mom, but either way you're saving money, you're building up something for yourself. You could be an entrepreneur who's saving money and going in the right direction in something that they believe in, and that's just a beautiful adventure to go off into with the responsibilities, because you hold the weight and trying to figure out what to do next. With the dress to impress, are you doing your best? Let's see what's going on. With the lost job, termination of employment, yep, because people thought that you weren't going to make it after you got laid off, or after you got out of a situation with something like a business venture, and you had to go into a whole new different avenue that you weren't used to, and you ended up acing the test. With the background check, everything came back in decency and in order, and you did not allow yourself to feel like you were going to fail with the new assets, and now you have evolved. Now you have surpassed the energy of what people thought that you were going to be, and now you're... Wow. This energy is very self-explanatory, though. This is for a select few, probably. I don't know what to put here. Oh, what card is this? Oh, is this one more card? And this, what is the clarifying card? Performance evaluation. Didn't I tell you y'all put in that good? Oh, it's 2. Performance evaluation and what? Budget. Didn't I just say y'all was budgeting and saving money, and y'all was balancing out y'all finances? Yeah. You were balancing, claim it in the comments if this is the energy that you want to resonate in. Definitely claim this in the comments. Claim this in the comments, because I claim this myself. I done evolved. I done seen the things that I needed to see in the world. And ain't nothing and no one gonna do me like the Lord. I done seen it for myself. And because of that, I am here. I am happy. I am whole. And to God be the glory, I am healthy. So I'm hoping everybody is okay. I hope everyone is good. I don't really have much of energy that I'm feeling right now. This feels like this is going to be a short reading, and I'm going to come back up here a little later because it seems like the energy has shifted for some odd reason. I'm feeling the energy shift. Because usually I go live, and I'm telling y'all this now just for like a PSA before I get off here. Usually I go live for like an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. And recently my phone has been messing up, and I'm having trouble getting my personal phone turned back on. So I have been using my mom's phone so that I can do my tarot or whatever the case may be. Y'all know I keep it a being with my family and my Ghostbustas tribe. So I'm literally just trying to figure out the path that God wants me to go in, and I'm just walking in the faith and walking not by sight, and walking in faith and not by sight. And I had to just make sure for myself that everything is going to work out in due season and in due time. And I couldn't just let myself be on the back burner for something that I was supposed to be propelling myself towards and propelling myself to. So I'm going to get the dice so I can figure out what things you'll need for the zodiacs, the planets, and the numbers. Let's see what's going on. But I'm probably going to start doing an hour, right at an hour, 3 times a day. So I can get that out of the way randomly, because I'm in school now, y'all. So I got a whole different thing and so many things for you guys. Once I get my license to get everything together, I promise y'all gonna see a different side of this here YouTube of mine. But let's see what's going on. It says we got Aries, we got the number 3, and we got the sun. Let's see, what's the other one? So that's Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. That's ironic. That's fire signs all heavy all over there. and it was heavy Leo energy in the whole spread, and Aries energy, and some Sagittarius. We got the Sun card, which is Leo. We got the number 10, which is Capricorn and Aquarius. One more. We got the Sun card, Sagittarius sign, and then we got the number 6, so that is Venus. Okay. Then I'm going to do the sound healing, and we're going to go ahead and bring peace, tranquility, prosperity, and abundance to those who would like to sit in that vibration. Whoa. Whoa, what is that about? Okay, you guys, I'm about to get off here. I love my people so much. Make sure you like, comment, share, hit that bell notification so you get notified when I post. I'm going to be up here a little bit later. I just got to do some more homework, and I'll come back and make my phone charge. Maybe my phone charge, and I'll get up here for a little bit longer. But I love you too. Thank you so much, Kat. I love you for being a new subscriber.